Hi everybody, this is my presentation on Mural, which is a new tool for me, so I hope you find this useful like I did. So first, just to give you an overview of Mural, it's an online collaborative workspace, and it's just another way to visually organize a project with a team or a group. Great for sharing ideas, and it appeared to be user-friendly, which is why I chose it since I teach first grade and 6-year-olds, so that it was something that they could actually use and not have to type a lot. Just so you can get an idea, this right here is something that pops up on their home screen. So it's all kinds of different things you could do on Mural. And you would get there by going to mural.co, not .com. I'm not sure why. And it does have a price. So I did the free 30-day trial, but if you wanted the starter pack, it would be $12 a month, and a plus pack would be $20 a month. So I'm just going to take you to Mural so you can see it. So when you log in, this is what you would see. These are all my murals I've tried while trying to learn about Mural. So I think the easiest thing to do is to just go to, first you can invite somebody. So you can invite them here, type in their email address. I would probably do a link and send it to my Google Classroom. Then you would create a new mural. There's tons of different murals templates that you could choose. I found them all to be confusing and hard to edit. The easiest thing for me was to just do a blank mural. And then create mural. Hello. There it goes. So it's really easy. It's kind of like a Padlet, where if you want to type a sticky note, you just click on the screen actually. You can type, you can change the color of your sticky note. So if you wanted one person to be this color and share their thoughts, or another student to be this color and change and type their thoughts. They could also come over here. They can text in their box. They could comment actually. So this would be one comment maybe on a sticky note, and you can type in your comment here, which I think is pretty cool. Down here, I really like this. You can just type in any kind of image that you are searching for. So if I wanted apples, and it'll come right up. And this is nice since I do teach first grade, that they're not constantly clicking out of the website and going to Google and then clicking back into the website. It's all just right here. So something I would probably use this with is I always do a lot, well, every year I try to do some type of jigsaw when we do our all about books, and we do all about animals. So I might make one group, say we're doing an example about pigs, and I might make one group, okay, you're in charge of what pigs eat, and this group is in charge of what pigs look like. So the group could come onto here and they could say, okay, pigs are pink. That's what they look like. They could even change it pink. We might say, oh, they have 4 legs. That's what they look like. They could come here and get a picture of a pig. That one's cute. So very user-friendly, not a whole ton of clicking going on. Oops, guess I can't make it smaller. The only downfall is that all of the children would have to be on this slide. You can't have multiple slides in one mural. So either your whole class would have to be typing on this one slide, or you would just have to send them different murals. So each group might get a different link, which could be confusing. So it's pretty easy to use. I like it. There is no audio though that I found, so they couldn't really talk to one another. They could only type to each other. Okay, and then if you were completely done, you could title it. You could export it into a PDF. or save it as a file. I'm just going to go back to my dashboard, and this is how you would create a new one. Using table 5.2 in chapter 5, I think Mural could be both synchronous and asynchronous. I considered it a project management and development tool. So synchronously, it could be completed in real time together, but you could also save your mural and share it at different times. However, once your mural is saved and exported, you cannot go back and edit it. So that could really make it less asynchronous and more you would want to do it at the same time. So for the most part, I thought the tool should be used synchronously. When it comes to creating social presence, Rice states that to create a social presence, students should have the opportunity for interaction, discussion, and group work, which I thought that Mural does a great job at doing through all three of those things. So if students were going to brainstorm together, and this is all coming from table 5.3, collaboration, outcomes, tools, and strategies. If students were going to brainstorm together with an advanced organizer or a KWL chart, that should say or, I might come to Mural, and let's say I was doing a KWL chart about pumpkins. I, as a teacher, might put on a picture of a pumpkin. And I say, okay, what do you know about pumpkins? And I might say all the things you know already are going to be yellow. Okay, I know they are orange. Maybe I know they have seeds. And then, whoopsies. Come back. Well, I'm not sure how to make it come back. Sorry. But then all the things you want to know, you might say, okay, this has to be a different color. Maybe all the things you want to know are green. Where do they grow? Since there is no audio, your students would have to know how to type, which might take younger children a little longer to do. But I found that probably one child in every group is usually able to type. I could title it Pumpkins. I'm just going to go back. I don't really need to save it. Go back to my PowerPoint. I think this is great for project-based learning under product development, and I also think it can demonstrate mastery with a student-led discussion or jigsaw. So another thing I might do with it could even be retell the story. And can children hit all parts of retelling the story? So if I go to a blank mural and I say, okay, you are in charge of retelling the story of the 3 little pigs. And I put the picture here, or maybe, I don't know why the pictures are so big. Guess you can't change that. I don't know. And then I say, okay, retell the story. And maybe that's all I tell the students. And I would have to see, okay, can they get the characters down? Can they get the setting down and kind of create their own mural? And then share them all and see which groups were able to hit all parts of a retell, which could be a great assessment tool. So once again, going back to social presence, which can increase student productivity, academic achievement, and overall engagement. Under affective association, I do think it creates emotional connections between participants, especially if the activity is student-led. I think it's a great way for the instructor to be involved because I, as the teacher, can go in and make comments on what people are writing or pictures that they're posting and be involved that way without really leading the discussion. I think students could create a sense of community by working together to create their murals, which of course would reduce stress and feelings of loneliness. Students are interacting with each other, although I did think the quote was interesting. that said, just as in a face-to-face classroom, some students will participate and others just will not. But I do think there's a little more pressure to contribute a little bit, especially if it's a small group. Students might feel more comfortable, and students are able to share their own prior knowledge and experience as they're creating their mural. So why would I use Mural? It's easy to use. It is pretty simple to understand. It wouldn't take long for students to learn how to figure out how the tool works. I do think it could be used as a replacement for a project in an online classroom. It's really similar to working in groups in a face-to-face, but it could also enhance a project in a face-to-face classroom, and just another way for students to use digital tools. However, I don't know if I'll be using Mural in my classroom. The biggest thing is probably the cost. I didn't find that there was anything too special that you couldn't do with a different tool. I think some of these, especially those really complex templates, were geared towards companies and businesses and maybe not so kid or school friendly. Which might be a reason why the cost is so high. I think I would probably use Google Slides still if I was going to use something like this, just because children can still go right here and insert their image without clicking off and going into the internet. And then that way they can have just one document and every group can have a different slide, so we don't have so many links going on. Or a Padlet I might use with the sticky notes, just a little more kid-friendly, but Mural is a great option if you do the 30-day free trial. So I'll definitely have to get some of my students on that while my 30 days lasts.